Medieval Mayor. Remember that? No? Well, there was going to be an Impression-styled walker-based city builder set in a medieval setting. And it was being made by Tilted Mill, the ones who took up the mantle and made Caesar fall. Unfortunately, things didn't work out, and all we had of Medieval Mayor was a few screenshots. But what if there's a game that kind of did it anyway? Over the last few years, people have been recommending that I check out a game called Hearthlands. It's a walker-based city-building game that has a fantasy medieval setting and some RTS elements, clearly inspired by Impression's games. So today I'm going to finally have a closer look at Hearthlands to see if it's kind of what we were waiting for with Medieval Mayor. Citizens of the world, welcome to a game that people have been telling me to play for so long. It's called Hearthlands, and this is a game that's inspired by the old Impression city builders. Caesar III, Pharaoh, Zeus, Emperor. It's a walker-based city builder, and I've played the tutorial, and there's some very nice little changes with how the walkers work, where they just sort of know where they're supposed to go. So you don't need roadblocks and stuff like that, and that actually makes the game sort of more loose, more interesting, but also it's a fantasy world with invading skeletons and stuff like that. So I want to actually check this game out finally, because it's also been getting some updates as well. Like it just got updated like last month, I think. So it's going to be interesting to see how it is now. I've never played it before, besides a tutorial, but I want to know what Hearthlands is like. All right, so there's a new game button. Let's go ahead and click that. So I've been through the tutorial, but I actually went through the tutorial like a month or so ago in my own time. But let's click on campaign. And there we go. There's campaign missions, some choices to make as we progress. But let's start at the first mission. Mission 1, Growing Apples. Culture of Easterners. Difficulty very easy. What could go wrong? Step 1 of 5, back to basics. So I assume, like most games, the campaign is also sort of its own tutorial. But sure. Time to work. This plot of land could use a nice village. Let us start by providing enough food to our citizens. Medicine is also very important. Some say cheese diet isn't very healthy. Once food is delivered to the houses by the peddler, they shall advance to the next level. Okay, so it's very much like Impression City Builders. The maps are relatively big. They have... Oh, you can zoom in really far. I didn't realize. They have resources on the map. So for example, there's these fruits over there. There's also mushrooms. There we go. Mushrooms are there. And of course, trees and stuff. I think we want to set up near these resources. There's mushrooms there. There's fruits there, trees there. I think this is where we want to set up our town. Okay. Let's get some things down. So here's the objectives that we have to do. Above me, build 24 houses, woodcutter's lodge, herbalist shop, apothecary, peddler's tent, shepherd's lodges, purchase 12 goats, build 2 dairies, and have 24 houses of level 2. So we essentially need 24 houses total, and we can just do that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do... To show off how the walkers work, I'm actually going to do this. And let me just... So the roads are like this. Okay. So I will have 6 houses like this. And do we have decorations on this? Yes, we do have decorations. Fancy trees, garden crates. Okay, so I can leave a little bit of room. Not stone tile, I wanted road. So I'll leave like 3 there. And then I can go ahead and grab the house. So we're going to do another 6 like that. And then I guess to minimize walking distance, we should do something like this. So that's 6, 12, 18, 24. Yeah, that's correct. And then we can hook that up. Okay, so that's there. By the way, space does pause the game. Speed settings are up here. That's always good to have. So we're gonna have those houses down. And there's the first people moving in. Hello. Broadlin, the immigrant. Alforda, the immigrant. So they're gonna start moving in. So we've built 24 houses. This is essentially the tutorial. So we're gonna then, what I'll do is I'll extend the road out this way. We have pretty much infinite money on this first mission. And I will also extend the road out this way. I guess I'll just connect these up like that. So this is gonna be like the industrial section. Let's go to raw materials, woodcutter's lodge. So that's the range. So we want all of those trees there. We're gonna put down a woodcutter's lodge. We're gonna build a herbalist's shop. I should probably have a forester's lodge as well. I'll stick the forester's lodge further back here. So we continue to produce trees, right? Let's connect that with a road as well. Okay, good. Let's go to... would it be... a town hall? No, we don't need that. Storage and distribution. Where is the herbalist? It's not under husbandry. Not under farming. It's not under raw materials. Food industry, dairy, wells. We'll get to that soon. The alcohol industry, cider brewery. Yeah. Storage yard, peddler's hut, apothecary. There we go. It's under storage and distribution. I guess it's distribution. The range of this, we just want to make sure it hits all the houses. So we'll have it right here. There we go. Apothecary is there. Oh, and a herbalist shop. Herbalist shop. What is that under? So the apothecary has a stock of medicine. Okay, understood. Peddler's tent. So we will need a peddler's tent. So I might as well throw that down. Is that in range of all the houses? Yes. So the peddler's tent is to distribute things, and thus we'll need storage yards nearby. So I'm gonna have that. People are moving in. They are asking for... It'll devolve due to lack of food. Okay, I should probably pause the game while I find all the buttons. Okay, Grower's Lodge. Do we need a Grower's Lodge? No. We do need a source of food. Shepherd's Lodge. We need 2 Shepherd's Lodges. Let's go ahead and get 2 of those down. We'll need to build a fence to maintain the goats, I think. I assume we just have to do something like this, right? Yeah, and then purchase 12 goats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 goats. Okay. Food industry. We do need a dairy. Let's throw down the 2 dairies here. Now the dairies make milk and cheese. I assume from the goat's milk. Milk goats, shear sheep. Yes, so we're gonna milk the goats, and the dairy should process the milk, right? Okay. Herbalist shop. That's the thing I can't find yet. Cider brewery, industry, sawmill, carpenter's shop. Apothecary. Town hall. Allows you to build tax offices. Okay. Roadblocks. So there are roadblocks. Like, I might just be forgetting something. But I think I can unpause if we get the milk in, right? Forgetting something from the tutorial, which is fine. That happens. Yeah, well for bakeries and breweries. So we don't need a well yet, right? So I think I'd just go ahead. Let's build a town hall. Can it fit there? No. I'll build a town hall right there. There you go. Which should allow us to tax people? Yes. We can tax people. Sure. We haven't fed them, but we will tax them. Okay, these are all the resources that are here. We have collect... what's in here now? Is it wood? Yeah, we've got 6 logs in here. So I should actually change that to store wood here. So I'll change all and allow... Yeah, get the logs over. You don't accept logs or planks. Yeah, okay, that's good. Just do that for now. Ah. What's the third icon that he ignored? What? Which? You can't just say third icon that I ignored. Raw materials, okay. Grows large. Do we want to... Produces grain, turnips, apple trees. You know what? Let's just get apples as well. Let's get 2 of those down. Does that work? That should work. I assume. Yeah, the game could do with better UI, for sure, for sure. The little axe menu. This is raw materials. Forester's Lodge, Woodcutter's Lodge. I can't find the herbalist shop. And I don't know if I'm just missing something. Husbandry, Shepherd's Lodge, fence, goat. Food industry, dairy, well. Alcohol industry, cider brewery. For apples, logs, water, yep, okay. Industry, sawmill, carpenter's shop. There it is, it's right there. I was just blind. Herbalist shop is right there. Damn. Okay. We probably should have a sawmill. Right, that makes sense. Produces 1 planks from 1 load of logs, so we can actually set this to logs and planks. Set accept 12 each. Okay. There we go.
Your Majesty.
So the herbalist is collecting the mushrooms, which then turns into medicine, I think. And then that's sent to the apothecary. The peddler's tent is accepting all of this stuff right now. Those are all the resources that places would need. Yep. Yeah, they still don't have food. Do we even need this fence? Let's see what happens if I demolish the fence. Do they just wander off into wherever? They might. Let's see if the goats wander. Alright. How is herbalist an industry? Ask the United States. Commentary. They figured that out. Is there a UI scale? I don't know. Big screen, saturation, V-Sync. There might be a big screen option. But it has to restart, so it's fine. It's okay, you guys don't need to see the UI. Okay, so we're starting to produce various things here. I think that's some milk in there. Yes, yes, that is 1 milk. Okay. I should organize my storage for things, right? So like, if I do that and I do that, then I can set this to change all. You can hold apples. You can change all, and you can hold the milk. Just to keep things organized, okay? So the stuff we can distribute, so it shows the total of food and alcohol, which is a combination of everything we have here. We could do apples, turnips, honey, fish, eggs, cheese, bread, wursts for there. Cider, beer, wine, mead for alcohol. And then there's the I suppose luxury goods, furniture, clothes, boots, pillows. Okay. We've got a little town going. The goats, I think they will slowly wander off, right? I think they will. I think they will. Okay. So the apples. I don't know if we can just harvest these. Those are apple trees. Can be harvested by growers. 6 months for an apple tree sapling to mature. So these apple trees are growing. So I think, if I understand this correctly, if I go ahead and put a grower's lodge near those, would they harvest the natural apples? Yes, they do. So we can grow our own apples or harvest the natural apples. There we go. Sure. So, not enough workers. I do need to get these. I think some people were actually fed. Oh, they have some food. Look at that. We're actually feeding our people. This person here. The peddler. So, the interesting thing about the walkers in this game, which is actually an impressive way of doing it. So, you've seen Nebuchadnezzar, where you set predefined paths. That's one way of doing it, right? Which is, sure, good. There's the Impressions games, where it's essentially random, or if anything, alternating. So in Caesar 3 Pharaoh, the walkers are functionally random, right? When they come to an intersection, they could go either way, right? In Zeus, for example, the Agora, peddler, walker dude, they always alternate. So, on one spawn, they go that way. On the other spawn, they go that way, right? So it can sort of safely cover the roads nicely if there's no loop. So in this game, the way it works is the walkers all pick a destination. So the peddler, coming from the peddler's tent, which, yeah, I don't know why it's called a tent. Maybe it's a translation thing. It identifies, we want to distribute to the houses. So the peddler will walk towards the houses and find where they need to go. So it's still a walker system where the service buildings are sending a walker out to the houses, but they sort of just know where to go. And you don't have to worry too much about roadblocks or loops or anything like that. You can just sort of build your city how you want, and there are more and less efficient ways of doing it, but the peddler knows that they want to go to the houses, not towards the industry. So that's actually kind of a nice way of doing it. Step 2 of 5. Oh, apple tree. Next level houses require alcohol to advance. Place apple tree saplings, wait for them to grow into apple trees, and they will provide apples every year for the growers to harvest. Apples will then be turned into cider at the brewery. I still cannot say brewery. Tax is not collected. I can't help but notice, but we collect much less taxes than we could. Unless this is deliberate, we should probably have more tax collectors. There's one tax collector. Oh, it's not fully staffed anyway, it's fine. I probably overbuilt buildings, but it's fine. So we have, which one is for apples? This one, right? This is taking apples. Let's set this to apples and cider. Let's prep a spot for cider. So the herbalist shop produces stock of mushrooms, medicine, logs. Yeah, producing medicine. The apothecary, I think, just holds and distributes medicine. Okay. So we can go to the alcohol industry and throw down a cider brewery. Yeah, the city needs more workers. Okay. Yes, yes. Food stock's going up. I assume it's mostly apples. Are these grown? 82% grown. There's some milk being collected. Alfred the shepherd. So yeah, the fence does keep the goats in line, so I think I should replace that. Is it in the... no, husbandry. Fence. They don't wander too much, but they do wander eventually. There. I think walkers can walk over the fence. We need 2 cider breweries. That's my bad. We need to build another woodcutter's lodge. 2 cider breweries. Build a well, right? We need water for the alcohol. That makes sense. That was under the food industry. Just a well right there. Okay. We need to get another woodcutter's lodge. And reach a population of 280, which I think just means we gotta make sure everyone... Population 12 per house, I think. Extra room for population 8, extra room for 4. So we should actually be hitting our target population. Right? So the houses will evolve when they get some alcohol. Mr. Zero Kiwi, yes, you are correct. You need a well for the for the brewery. You called it. Step 3. Office matters. Taxes are very important for keeping your coffers full. Higher level houses generate much higher taxes. So we've already got the town hall and tax office. Good. I'm not even getting into all of this stuff up here. So there's lore, there's magic, there's fame, there's spells to cast. There's a lot. This is a fantasy medieval game, right? You guys remember Medieval Mayor? No, it never released. It was never made. But historically, the Impressions game series came to a close with Emperor. The Impressions games was no longer Impressions games at the time anyway. One of the lead programmer of Caesar 1, 2, and 3 is Simon Bradbury. And he left before Pharaoh. And so Caesar 3 was 98, Pharaoh was 99. And somewhere between that, Simon Bradbury left to found Firefly Studios with Eric Ouellette, I think. And they founded Firefly Studios. And Eric Ouellette, I think Eric Ouellette was from Lords of the Realm at the time. And they combined the idea of a city builder and castle sim thing, and they made Stronghold. Meanwhile, the Impressions games continued through Pharaoh, Zeus, Emperor, but it was different people. And by Emperor, this genre was sort of oversaturated. Too much was, like, there was too much competition, and the format was becoming a bit outdated. And Emperor, I think, basically didn't sell well enough, and Impressions games came to a close. The one who took up the mantle was Tilted Mill. Tilted Mill did Children of the Nile, and they tried to continue the Caesar series with Caesar 4. And after that foray into the 3D, people were like, we just want the 2D Walker city builders back. Just give us another Impression-styled classic Walker city builder thing. And they announced Medieval Mayor. It was gonna be a medieval-themed Impression city builder that had monuments, had houses, had markets, that worked like an Impression city builder, and they showed off like some screenshots-ish, but they were pretty much art mock-ups, and it just sort of fizzled, and they were like, we're still kind of trying to work on it, but then it just never released it. And the website actually stayed up for like 10 years. I think they just bought 10 years on the website, but now the website's down. MedievalMayor.com is not Medieval Mayor anymore. Yeah, up until a couple years ago, Medieval Mayor, the website, was still on. But of course, no updates or anything. And I don't even know what happened to the Tilted Mill devs. So when I saw this, I was like, this is Medieval Mayor, but with more fantasy elements. This is essentially what Medieval Mayor was sort of going for. Right, but it has more fantasy stuff like the spells and the fame and the hordes of skeletons, which we'll probably see later. But yeah, what do these need to evolve? Furniture, right? We just need to produce a bit more cider, and we'll get this step down. So yeah, when I saw this, I was like, this looks like what Medieval Mayor was trying to be, right? A medieval themed Impression city builder. And people kept telling me to play this game, and I just never got around to it until today. Step 4, chairs and benches. Everyone needs a chair. After all that cheese and cider, people just want to sit back and relax. Next level houses require furniture to advance. Some higher level houses will not advance if there is dairy or a sawmill nearby, or if there's not enough beautifications. Okay, so we need to have another woodcutter's lodge. We need to have another sawmill. That would be under industry, sawmill. And then we need to build 2 carpenter's shops, which we can do there. And then I'd want to do another storage yard here for furniture. So I'm not used to where the things are. There we go. This storage yard down here, I'm going to set it for food and drink, just in case anything goes that way. Am I already storing? I'm storing cider and apples there. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. By the way, this year is the first time I ever experienced spring, and I saw all the trees and stuff just bloom like that, and it's crazy. I'm from the tropics. Things are green in the tropics. I've never seen spring before. Like, it looked like Lord of the Rings. Like, it looked like Fantasy World. If you've never seen spring before, and you just see spring for the first time, it's crazy. I don't have hay fever, so it's good for me. I love it. It lasts much shorter than I thought it would. Like, I thought spring was like a whole season, but actually the blooming thing, where everything is just flowers, is like a month and a half. Right? Which is like March-ish, right? So like, for like a month and a half, like I was just, wow, it's just flowers. This house will evolve next month. Great. No spring means no winter. Yeah, there's no spring or winter where I come from. Also, I know people are gonna talk about the saturation and the color. People always say. There is a saturation slider here. If I drop that down to 40, does that look better to you guys? I think that's actually kind of better. If I, like, does this... Is that changing? I can't tell. My eyes are not... I think it jumped back up. It might need a restart. In all honesty, the game doesn't look good anyway. I think it looks fine for an indie thing. Oh yeah, restart the game to apply. That makes sense. So there is a saturation slider. But you have to restart the game to do it. It does say right there. Yes, you are correct. I'm not reading. Okay, so the houses are evolving. Population will go up. There's one more step after this. Cannot evolve into the appeal of the neighborhood increases. Decorations, we can do that. There's these gardens. I just do a row of gardens like that. Okay, do a row of gardens like that. Great. Oh, the fancy trees are 2x2. Okay, we can do that. Okay, there we go. And the houses will evolve next month again. So there's 11 levels of houses. Yeah. Game is not as stylish as Pharaoh Caesar. Okay, yes, but keep in mind, people always say, "Oh, why did games look so good back in the 90s?" Because they cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's just keep that in perspective. Games like Caesar 3 and Pharaoh easily cost a few $100,000 to make. Right? It's not made by one person who has a love for the genre that's been dead forever. And then you close to evolve further, but it's okay. We'll wait for a population to go up. So like, you know, it was the 90s when Caesar 3 and Pharaoh were made, and you know, a lot of the people actually walking around with 3D models, modeled like in 8 directions, like animations for 8 directions, and then, you know, and they were big ticket items. Like There's a reason why everyone knows Caesar 3 and Pharaoh. They were AAA games. Caesar, like, people look at Caesar 3 and Pharaoh today and be like, oh, look, they look so good. Those are AAA games from the 90s. They were the big ticket items. Right? Like, Caesar 3, Pharaoh, Zeus Emperor, they were the AAA games of the day. People forget that. You go back and look at the 90s games and you don't think of them as AAA, because AAA games nowadays are like, I don't know, Halo Infinite, I guess. What you know, the latest Assassin's Creed, you know, with their multi-million-dollar budgets. But back in the 90s, you know, those were the AAA games. You know, so of course they looked great. Step 5 of 5, time for expansion. It is a good idea to build separate neighborhoods so you can control which resources go where. Roadblocks prevent peddlers and pharmacists from going through, but haulers can pass freely. Yeah, that makes sense. Build 24 more houses and reach a population of 1,000. With twice as many houses, you will need another apothecary, a herbalist shop, and a peddler's tent. Make sure you have enough food, alcohol, and furniture for everyone. What is this full of? What did I... Oh, that's the logs and planks. That's not supposed to be logs and planks. What did I do here? Oh, I see. When I pressed change all, it changed the... Oh, okay, I understand. I accidentally filled this with logs and planks. Let's, get that. Okay. When you press change all, it changes the status of all the resources. I see. Also, Sierra Games made it and they went bankrupt. Yes, also that. They spent so much money on those games. They spent so much money on Impressions games that they literally went bankrupt. Right? So when people say Caesar 3 and Pharaoh and Zeus and Emperor, they looked so good. They had full voice acting. You know, they had this extensive campaigns and all this artwork and it looked amazing. Yeah, it literally drove the publisher bankrupt. Probably not just the Impressions games, but it was part of the equation. They spent so much money on those games, the company doesn't exist anymore. In fact, do you like Pharaoh, A New Era, the remake of Pharaoh, is technically owned by Activision Blizzard. It's an Activision game, which means if the Microsoft acquisition goes through, Pharaoh, A New Era will be a Microsoft product. Isn't that crazy? That's kind of strange, right? Like, so Pharaoh, A New Era, by the way, is also a historical product in the sense where Activision Blizzard has never let another publisher mess with their IPs. Like, publishers would rather their license die than to let someone else use it. But for whatever reason, Activision Blizzard told .emu, which is the publisher of Pharaoh, A New Era, that they could do it. And I don't know why. Pharaoh on Game Pass. I can see that happening. Microsoft bleh. At the moment, Microsoft is fine. When Age of Empires Definitive Edition first released, Microsoft was bleh for about a year and a half. And then some management changed. I don't know what happened. Suddenly everything was in the works again. Everything was being fixed and it became better. So right now, Microsoft is fine for gaming. Might not be in a few years, but right now, it's fine. How old is Zeus now? 20 years? Yeah, Zeus was 2001? So it's over 20 years? I think it's 2001. I was building houses. So let's do this. Let's extend the road out this way. And let's, is on the... Where were roadblocks? Roadblocks were under something. I saw it earlier. Roadblock right there. So you can roadblock right there. And it just says, do not go this way. So this peddler can no longer access the houses on this side. Oh, no. Go to house. House. Okay, so we're gonna do another section of houses. Like this. 1, 2, 3. We'll do the same thing. To do that. Get the road going. So we're doing the road to loop around like this. Also, just checking. Is there pathfinding on... Okay, there... Not all games have this. There's a lot of city builders coming out nowadays which do not have pathfinding on roads. I just want to note that it is slightly impressive that there is pathfinding on roads in this game. A lot of indie city builders, if you drag the road like this, it would just go like straight one way, turn, right? There's no pathfinding. Like if you actually tried to drag it like this, I think in Nebuchadnezzar there's no pathfinding on roads. If you tried to draw a road like this, it would just go right through the trees and can't be built. Right? Romanovsky, thanks so much for joining. So pathfinding on roads is actually not a given on city builders nowadays. So it's actually really good that there is pathfinding on roads here. What game is this? This is Hearthstone. An indie game, which is like the Impression City Builders. Now, we do need to build another... Do we have enough food? What are we putting in here? What's cheese? Oh, we are producing cheese. I guess there's a good stock of food. We should be able to feed these people okay, right? We just need to get another peddler. Which is... Just trying to remember... Nope, misclicked. Peddler's tent. So we need to get another peddler. I think that's in range, yeah. We need another peddler. We need another apothecary. Another herbalist shop. Which is industry, right? And then just make sure we have enough furniture, yes. We don't have a lot of cider or stored apples. So these trees, they do replenish. But I feel like... Do we need more trees or do we need more growers' lodges? It's hard to tell. Let's go to farming. Let's just throw down 2 more growers' lodges. And a section of apple trees there. That should increase the amount of apples. The breweries look like they have enough water, apples, logs. So we just need more breweries. I think alcohol industry. Let's throw down... Oh no, what have I done? Let's just throw down 2 there and I will build a road like that. Okay. Did I say Hearthstone? What? Did I say Hearthstone? This is not Hearthstone. Hearth something. Yes. I missed lethal. Sorry about that. Hearth is a gaming word, isn't it? It's become a gaming word. All fantasy games have a hearth in them. At some point, you will find a hearth. Is there a definitive way to get Caesar 3 HD version to work on the Steam version? Yeah, you just use Julius or Augustus. If you want the base game, use Julius. If you want the modded experience, use Augustus. Can you hover to the lake's side and build a small city by the lake? Nah, I'm too lazy. There are at least some nice details. With foliage and things. Dead tree right there. Okay, so we basically just need to get our population up to 1,000. So I think... Oh, I also want to tax people, don't I? Infrastructure, tax office. Damn, let's tax them as well. Okay, good. Come on. Look, I've already built everything here. I have to set up a whole thing over there. Right, we do need some beautifications. Let's do fancy tree again, like this. And then benches, garden crate. Nice little variation on this side. Okay. That looks good. Okay. So all of these houses evolving. So each population 12, room for 8, so that's 20. One of these holds 24. 24 times 24 is the population of this block, which would be 20 times 20 is 400, right? Can't do the math. Not in my head. Not when I'm streaming. So 24 times 24. So do you do 4 times 4? Which would be 16. 576. Okay. Thank you, Saru. So, yeah, with this amount of houses, we should just about slightly pass 1,000. Yeah, the houses only evolve once a month, so you can't just bam, 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 bam up to max level. And okay, we are reaching max level. Yeah, they just need clothes now. So these are filters as well. Show problems. Okay, so we can hide problems if we want to keep things looking a little cleaner. Show appeal. Yep, makes sense. Health bar and damage numbers. That'll come in later. Building names. If that helps. These are nice little features. Like, some of these buildings look too similar to each other. Like, this is a tax office, and that's an apothecary. Like, they could do with significantly different colors and shapes, right? That's... what's 84 divided by 2? 42. Okay. Or alternatively, the secret of life, right? All they need is different colored roofs. Just different colors could cause some problems though, because as we start exploring more and more buildings, we could see maybe those colors are already used by something. Good, this is a nice foundation for a potentially prosperous city. Okay. Mission 1 complete. Let's go into mission 2, brewing beer. Culture Westerners. Difficulty very easy. Okay. Let us settle on this unclaimed piece of land. There's an old warlock's tower nearby, but it is probably long abandoned. Probably, you know, there's probably nothing there. It's probably fine. Different cultures have different resource chains. Westerners have bread, the best food source in the game. Okay, so where's the abandoned warlock's tower? It's there. Yeah, it's probably nothing. A magical sphere can be picked up by a squad unit. Okay. Warlock's tower, 4,000 hit points. Probably fine. A treasure chest contains 9,300 gold. Okay. So trees are there. Mushrooms are there. Mushrooms are there. So since we're Westerners, we don't grow apples. So this contains magic power, I guess. What's that? A sword and a stone. It contains 255 fame. Okay, so there's some things for military units to go do. So mushrooms there, trees are here. I think this is where we're building. Okay, so we're going straight to 48 houses this time. Okay, if we're going straight to 48 houses, let's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do it this way. Okay, and then we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's 1. We could just keep going, I guess. Let's just try and make one big area. So 48 houses. Like this. And then like this. Okay. So then we got roads. We are building all the way up like this. And then we need to road through there and road through here. And let's try not build any roadblocks or anything and see how the game handles it. It will run the game. Now let's get all of our industries going. Build 2 bakeries, reach a population of 500. Okay, so we're gonna do... I'll put 2 woodcutters like that. And we'll have this road do that. Extend this road like this. We'll just do this towards there. And we'll probably want to be extending a road out there. So we need to get bakeries going. So I assume that's farming. We want to have like maybe 2 growers lodges and then like a whole bunch. Oh, right. We need scarecrows because birds are gonna eat our crops. So we want to do this. This. It goes up to there. So I remember this from the tutorial. So we can start doing that. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Maybe I'll double it. It's probably too much, but sure. There. So we're growing grain. Oast house. Hops, dryers. Is that what it's called? An oast house? Stations are welcome. Is this like Settlers or just a regular city builder? This is like the Impressions game City Builders, but medieval fantasy with some spells and military units and stuff. Yeah. So the missions have various stages of objectives, and you don't know them all from the start. You have to achieve these objectives for it to reveal the next step. You wonder if Eastern folk make cider instead of beer because they can uniquely grow apples? Yes, so they mentioned different production chains, so I assume there would be 4. There would also be Northerners and Southerners because there's 4 types of alcohol, right? So that makes sense, right? Oast house, hops plot. Okay, that's fine. We want to go to, I assume, industry. No, not industry. Food industry. Bakery. There we go. So we want to have 2 bakeries. Right? And then I want to have storage and distribution. A place to store bread. That's for bread. Okay. Then I'll also want a storage yard here. This is gonna be for wheat, grain. Okay, so this requires water and logs, right? So food industry, let's make sure there's a well outside there. Okay, then we will want to have another couple storage places here. So this one is gonna hold planks. Actually, no. This one should hold planks. This one should hold logs. So logs are there, planks are there. Then we can have more industry over there. Marketplace stores 48 loads of any resource. Marketplaces needs to be accessible by foreign merchants coming to the city. Oh, that's a trading post. Okay. So peddler's tent. I assume we'll need 2 peddler's tents to cover our big housing area. And I assume we would probably want to double our food production as well. So let's double up on bakeries. And let's double up on growers' lodges. Because it looks like we've got more than enough fields. Right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. think population-wise we're doing okay. They're still slowly moving in. Okay, no notifications. So economy overview, okay. There's a lot of overview stuff. City reputation, crime level, very low. Total change, okay. Tax, employment, squads, research, spells. Spell research. See, it costs money and the magic to learn these spells, which we can then cast. World map. Oh, there is also a world map. That's for trade, I think. Yep. Okay. There's actually a lot to this game, right? I know visually a lot of people are just turned off from the start. It's too cartoony, it's too colorful, whatever. Like there's some buildings look very similar. But what it gets right is actually stuff that is not in a lot of other city builders. Pathfinding on building roads, the amount of features and mechanics, you know? So visually, like mechanically, it is better than it is visually, right? Flower. See, that's just my mistake. Wood burner's shop. Oh, to make coal, I see. Mill, there we go. That's what we need. Okay, it's my bad. How many mills do we need? I don't know. I'll start with 2. Okay, flour. Kind of important. I'm just shoving grain into the oven. It's like, it's not... What's wrong? Just throwing grain of, like, wheat grains into the oven. Can we eat this? I guess. Maybe. Whole kernel bread. It's high in fiber. It's very high in fiber. Your toilet time is gonna be incredibly unpleasant. It's too much fiber, in fact. Okay, so that's fine. Population is actually... I could actually just spam houses. Ooh, new trade route. Nice. I just wanted to inform you that Rodstand, the amusing of Baldo, would like to buy grain from us, my lord. A new trade route is available. Alright. Request. So if I look at the economy overview, treasury, population, food, alcohol, medicine, furniture, clothes, boots, magic, fame. Okay, population. Moved in, moved out, died, total change, city reputation. Okay. One thing I don't know where to... Oh, it does say that. Where to check? I want to sell cider to us. Okay. Population. Extra. There it is. Unemployment. 1. Okay. So we don't have extra workers. We need to get food going. I think we're just we just have to wait for the grain, right? We can also grow... Oh, these grow apple. So I assume this would be like east, west, north, south, turnips, cotton. So different cultures would have different sources of food and stuff like that. That's actually a nice little twist. Like, so it's not exactly the same every mission, right? What did I... Constabulary? Oh, it's a Minstrel's Guild. What did I want to do? Industry. Herbalist shop. I assume we'll need 2. Gotta make sure we cover... Are there more mushrooms? Oh, there's mushrooms back here, I see. So I can put herbalist shop there. And herbalist shop there. That covers those. And then I needed to get... we do have a military tab as well. Smeltery... Sawmills... Food... Farming... Raw materials... Alright, Forester's Lodge. Gotta make sure we're replanting things. Am I forgetting anything? Whole grain bread is good and healthy. Oh, is it? Knekkebrod in Norwegian. Swedish. Known as... known in America as brand name Wasa. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever had like whole kernel bread. Oh, there's more decorations as well. Oh, this takes stone to build, which we don't have any, and produces 2 fame per month. Okay, so we're just about accessing these other resources. There's lore, magic, and fame. So magic allows us to research and cast spells. I think lore would be for tech somewhere. Fame, I'm not even sure what it's used for. Oh right, apothecaries. That's what I'm forgetting. We'll probably need 2 of these. Okay. There we go. So... unemployment. Oh, a few more people moved in. Okay, so we're doing okay. So I think everyone's moved in at this point. We've only got 10 unemployed people. Okay. This is supposed to be holding... what is this holding? Bread, right? I see smoke coming out of this one. Okay, look, there's animations on working buildings, right? I know a lot of you have contentions about the visuals, but I just want to point out Lethis did not have separate visuals for working buildings and not working buildings. I just want to point that out. It was a big problem with Lethis. We're actually getting bread. Look at that. We're going to start distributing bread. It just took a while to grow wheat, which makes sense. Fame maybe lets you open trade routes requests or something. It's probably something like that on the world map, right? Oh, you can attack them as well? Oh yeah, it's probably got something. Their opinion of us, their power, their wealth. We can spend fame to get 20 opinion bonus. Okay. Yeah, you guessed it right. It's for politics. Okay, so I assume, yeah, the mills now have grain. So you do have, so I built these storage yards. So for those of you who don't know my playstyle, it is visual and heuristic. Basically, I don't calculate numbers. I build a storehouse that stores grain. And if I see the grain overflowing, I build a mill. I don't count how much grain a mill processes per minute or anything like that. If we have a surplus of grain, we build a mill. If we have a surplus of flour, we build a bakery. That's it. It's sort of a heuristic approach to city builders. And a lot of people get annoyed that I play like that, but that's actually the intended playstyle of a lot of city builders. It's just, it's all visual. The Impressions games especially, you're meant to like look at the city and see that there's a surplus or a shortage of things and just build based on that. You're not supposed to get out your notepad and start writing down, okay, so 1 clay pit produces this much clay per month, and then 1 pottery can process this much clay per month to turn into this much pottery, but also taking into account the distance of travel time from here to here, and then the pottery going to the storage yard, which then needs to be accessed by the market, will then distribute this amount of pottery to the houses per month, and at small insular level they're consuming pottery at this rate, but that also depends on how much population is currently in the houses. So as populations fluctuate, the usage of pottery might go up and down somewhat. So you want to make sure you have a buffer of this much. I don't do that. I know that's how it works, and I don't do it. We're actually feeding people though. Are they like... Okay, we need some alcohol. Population's going. We've actually fed most people. Okay, nice. You know, and I don't do that, and people get upset that I don't do that. Beer brewing has a lot of prerequisites, but also is the best alcohol source. So it sounds like Westerners have the best food and alcohol. That sounds about right. Well, not the best food, but just the food to feed the most people. Bread, I guess. So bread is the best food. Beer is the best alcohol. Sure. Okay. Beer also requires grains. You'll need twice as many grows lodges to grain plots. Okay, so we need... So... Beer also requires grain. Wait, I've never made beer in real life. So how does this work? So I need 2 breweries. What do they take? Hops and grain. Do you use grain in beer? I didn't know that. So you need hops and grain. We can extend this road out like this. We can make a little bit of a shortcut here. So we will need hops, which would be under farming, and we have these oast houses. Which I guess I'll get 2. Do crows... Looks very lush. Do I need scarecrows for hops? I guess we'll find out. A hops plot. Hops on their own make ale. Beer is made with wheat grain as well. Oh, I never knew. So just hops is ale. Okay. Beer is basically liquid bread. Grain mash plus hops ferment in barrels. Right. Vodka is also liquid bread. I suppose that makes sense. Just gonna hop it up. Bam. There we go. Hops. So this requires grain. So we have very much surplus of grain. So we can see there's a lot of grain. But the bakeries are not constantly producing, which means we need another mill. Is that industry? No. It's food? No. Farming? Raw materials? Where's the... Oh, there it is. Food industry mill. Right? So we need to get beer down. So let's sort out storage as well. And then we do this one, change all. This one is holding hops. This one is holding beer. So last mission we were making cider. This mission is beer. Okay. Let the min-maxing begin. No, I do not min-max. Heuristic. It's just look at it and see what happens. So everyone just needs some alcohol, peddler's tents, plenty of food, no food. Okay, so yeah, with the extra mill, we should be able to get the food we require. Right? We have unemployment, not much. Should we start taxing people? Maybe. So the hops are starting to color. 25% ready. So, do we need more water? I think we might need more water, because there's a lot of things that are using water right now. Let's just squeeze another well right there. Perfect. Okay. You have us to min-max for you and tell you how much you need. And then people get upset when I refuse to listen. See, the thing about heuristic gameplay is that as long as the objectives are hit, it doesn't matter. Benches. Ooh, I can put like benches like that. Chop down a tree to put a bench. That makes sense, right? Like, ooh, there's flowers. We could do like a row of flowers like that. Oh, nice. They're different colors as well. Okay, actually, I like... If I don't do that, let's alternate. Let's put the flowers here. And then I'll put fancy trees there. Right? And then I can do garden crates. I like the garden crates. Like that. And that. That should deal with appeal. Just add some color to the houses like that. What kind of mass social housing is this? See, you don't even need to build like this because the walkers in this game are smart, right? They head to the houses, right? There's no roadblocks, there's so many intersections, but the walkers just know where to go, right? So like, I didn't play this game for like, since it came out, for years, right? But we've always discussed, like, what's the solution to the walker problem, right? When the Impressions games had the roadblock system, which is not intuitive and somewhat confusing. Nebuchadnezzar had the fixed paths options, and it's like, well, you know, that's sort of weird as well, because once you fix the path, then there's not too much point to it, right? And this game, the walkers just know where to go. Can you build one wheat farm nearby the lake? You really want to know whether wheat grows faster or not? I can probably just tell you it doesn't. I don't think there's any sort of mechanic like that. Am I enjoying the heat wave? I think it's fine. It's the temperature of where I come from, so I'm not enjoying it. I don't like the temperature of where I come from, but it's fine. I'm gonna build that because it just sort of looks correct. There, okay. So we're still waiting on beer, right? So these things, hops are only 50% ready? Okay, we gotta speed up the game. Get some hops going. Should I be planting more hops? Like, I don't know how many hops we should have. Like, should we do that? Like, I don't really have a sense. So it seems like 1 mill to 1 bakery. We have 3 mills and 3 bakeries are currently functioning. But we already have more than enough food, so that should be fine. We don't have any unemployment. So 0%, okay. Just one in it, a wheat farm. I mean, if we do a growers lodge and grain plots. Like, I would assume it doesn't. Yeah, it seems like it's the same speed. True Wacky Gamer, thank you so much. Very kind of you. Been subscribed for 40 months. Okay, so yeah, we're just waiting on the hops, which are almost ready. This patch here anyway. New trade route opened up. That Wessard, the patient of Brandworth, would like to buy some beer from us. Okay. Taxes not collected. Yeah, that's a good point. We should probably do that. I think we need to build a town hall. That produces 5 fame a month. And then we should throw down tax office. Game saving. Tax office. Does that cover everyone? Yeah, taxes. Tax everyone. Okay, so we can see the... Do you pronounce this Osthaus? Ost? Safety Kung, thanks for joining. And the beer brewery now has some hops, so it's producing beer, okay, which then can be distributed by the peddler's tents, and we can get these houses evolved, which they now have some alcohol, so it says the house will evolve next month. Okay. By the way, one nice thing is if you left click on a building, the game pauses and the menu stays open, right? If you right click and hold on a building, it brings up the same menu, but it doesn't pause the game. And if you release right click, it just continues, right? So right clicking is just sort of a temporary look without pausing anything. And now we need furniture. So more people are going to be moving in. We do have, so we've actually been using quite a bit of wood. So you can see here, I want to then go to raw materials, get another woodcutter's lodge. And then I want to go to industry and go like sawmill, sawmill. And you know, maybe another, well, then we'll need like 2 carpenter's shops. 2 carpenter's shops, carpenter's shops. And then I'll need storage and distribution. We'll need a storage yard. And this one is going to be holding furniture. And I can connect the road here so the peddlers can get there easy enough. And I feel like we are going to need another woodcutter's lodge. And I probably should throw down another forester's lodge as well. Right, and forester's lodge are planting trees and mushrooms. I'll set them both to planting just trees. So you see some mushrooms have been put here. Like, you do eventually exhaust, mushrooms. What I can do is I can put a forester's lodge back here. And set this to just planting mushrooms. Because this is where the apothecaries are collecting mushrooms. And I don't think this needs a road, but I'm going to build one anyway. Right, so they're just gonna start, look at that. Mushrooms. Baby mushrooms right there. Right. Okay, little mushroom nook back there. Some beer coming in, so these houses, yeah, they just need furniture. I think it's just nice if I turn off the problems icon. Right, so you see with all these intersections, it's fine. Like, the walkers just know where to go, right? So I think this is the only game that actually does walkers like this. Oast like toast? Okay. Like toast without the T. Toast, oast. Okay. Toast without the T, so it's toast. But yeah, I think this is the only Impressions-inspired city builder that actually does walkers this way. Where the walkers just are smart walkers. Apparently, peasants think they can do anything these days, my lord. A bag of 4,127 gold has just been stolen by some burglar right from our town hall. We should build more constabularies. Blast. Okay, is that under something military? Infrastructure, constabulary. Oh, because of coverage. Sure, we'll do that. Okay. Why are they walking like ghosts? Like, visually, visuals are... They're not terrible, but it is the weakest point of this game, right? Like, the gameplay is much more advanced than the visuals. So animation that's a whole other realm of visuals. There must be city builders that use a zone of influence rather than a walker system. This one's like a hybrid of the two systems. Yeah, it sort of is. And I think the last time a hybrid of radius plus walker was probably Caesar 2. Caesar 2 used a lot of radius, but also had walkers, right? Caesar 1 was almost all radius and had this whole land value mechanic. Caesar 2 was sort of moving towards the walker system, but not quite fully into it. So this actually sort of plays kind of like Caesar 2, thinking about it. Which is a weird thought to have. Yeah, because, yeah, the walk cycle, it's a problem. The movement speed is faster than the walk speed, so everyone looks like they're floating, right? But also, if you speed up the walk cycle, it can look weird as well. It's actually a very complicated and difficult problem to solve. Okay, looking at this. Oh, so bread is full.
Sorry to interrupt you, Your Majesty.
A plague? People aren't getting enough medicine, and I'm afraid there's nothing we can do to stop this disaster. A plague. That's not good. These houses are evolving, though. Does that mean we need more? Oh, good. Constabulary tax office. Town hall. So herbalist shops. Producing medicine. Apothecary. I think it's because I can't see what I have here. I'm gonna build these. And I'm gonna set this one to holding medicine. I'm gonna set this one to holding Can we not hold mushrooms? Oh, we can't store up mushrooms. Okay. I didn't see it anyway. Hopefully, people of this house are suffering from a plague. Okay. I think we were short on medicine. So I think we need to have... Yeah, there's not enough medicine in the apothecaries. I think because the mushrooms are too far. Right. So what we need is... We can have another forester's lodge here. Plant more mushrooms. And then I want to maybe double up the... herbalists, right? Or just at least have another herbalist, like, over here. Maybe here. Okay, try to get more medicine going. Just get more mushrooms here. I think this herbalist shop actually had no mushrooms in range. Is it? Oh no, maybe... Yeah, I think this herbalist shop had no mushrooms in range. So it wasn't actually doing anything until I put these forester's lodges down. So that's why plague hit. Yep, that makes sense. And True Wacky Gamer dropping 1,000 tribute. Thank you so much. Bits for some shrooms for your peeps. We just ran out of mushrooms, okay? We didn't have enough mushrooms. We couldn't make the medicine. We make medicine out of mushrooms in this game. Beer for everybody. Look, life in this game seems pretty good for these people. They got their shroom medicine, they got the alcohols, they eat lots of bread. Yeah, walking animations do look a little slow. So I suppose the walking animations could be sped up a little bit, yeah. Alcohol is generally a great trade commodity, and trade is a very important source of income. Every person in your city generates fame, which can be collected by a minstrel. Fame is also produced by certain buildings and monuments and is granted for winning battles. Oh, people produce fame and it's collected by minstrels. What an interesting way of doing it. I don't think there's a spot where I can build my minstrel. Oh no, I can build it back here. That works for me. Minstrels right there. That's the Minstrels Guild. That's a nice looking building though. Like some of these buildings look very similar. That's a good looking building. Like these purple buildings, they could do with some work. But that Minstrel building, some effort went into that one. We also need to store a bunch of beer. So what's the shortage? We have plenty of hops, plenty of grain. We don't have a surplus of hops. We still have a surplus of grain. So I think what we do is we go to farming. We throw down another post house. Connect that up. And then we have another brewery. To boost up how much... So we want to sell 16 in a year. So we currently have 7 in there. So if we're selling, what we want to do is... We can go to the world map. Knockwick buys beer. They dislike us. They like us. They buy grain. They buy medicine and beer. They sell leather, eggs, and coal. They need bread. So I guess they sell iron and iron ore. They have planks. So if I want to set up a trade route for beer, sell if over. Okay, that's how that works. Over 0 is fine. We can sell 16 a year. Okay. So we do that. Okay. And then if I understand, to sell, we need to go to storage and distribution and build a marketplace. Is this correct? The marketplace, I think. Marketplaces need to be accessible by foreign merchants coming to the city. Marketplace will take items from storage yards as well as workshops. You need to enable appropriate trade routes before you can buy or sell resources. Okay. Have I set up the trade route correctly? No, I have not done it correctly. What are we selling? Beer, right? Oh, that's down here. Knockwick, beer. Okay, so I think maybe it is set up correctly. I think I've done it better. I think I've done it correctly. I think. There we go. Yeah. It just took a second to register. So now it's taking the beer, putting it into the marketplace, and the marketplace is not for the locals, it's for the traders. Okay. Good. So we need to sell 16 a year. So put some in there. Can peddlers take from the marketplace? Maybe they can. But generally, we just need a lot more beer, right? If I look at this, alcohol's okay. So food and alcohol's fine. These houses... We have a lack of furniture? Well, we're not producing enough furniture. The carpenter shops do not have enough planks. The sawmills do not have enough logs. Oh, I see. We just don't have enough wood. So I should go to raw materials, go to woodcutter's lodge, and just have like 2 more woodcutter's lodges back there. Just chop more wood. I don't know if we're planting trees fast enough as well. Probably not. Let's throw down another forester's lodge. Plant trees. They're all on plant trees, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. Game looks cool, like the impression, the game's vibes, but the setting seems basic to me. I would like some interesting exotic setting. Does it have diverse missions? I don't think so. Like, it could do with more biomes, for sure. Like, this is only mission 2, but I have not seen... Oh, right, I forgot I did this. Has this just been stocking up grain? Yeah, well, let's get rid of this. Okay, so I see hops coming in. Hops, grain. Do we have enough water going? I'm not sure if it's enough water. Oh no, it does visually represent. There's water, so water's not a problem. Hops, grain, logs, water. Oh, we don't have enough logs coming down here. Right, the shortage of wood supply has actually been a problem. Bread and grain looks great. Hops are stocking up. So we just need more beer. Let's just throw down 2 more breweries there. And get that going. Okay, bring the hops into those. So, starting to produce beer again, yes. So looking at trade routes. Did I lose the trade route? Is that what happened? Trade routes. Did they... Oh, they changed what they... I see. So trade routes are not static. Let's resume selling beer there. Oh, trade routes are not static. They change what they need and buy and sell over time. Okay. That's why the beer was taken out of there. Right, so I gotta keep an eye on that. Yeah, as far as I know, this game was mostly, if not only, made by one person. It's an indie game. So there are gonna be limitations with what can and can't be done. And fancy art is probably the most expensive thing. Okay, are these houses devolving? Yeah, lack of furniture. We just don't have enough wood. Maybe we need to import wood. Right, that is a thing, right? Planks. We can import planks. Buy up to, yeah. We can only buy 16 here. Just buy planks. So that will help supply the carpenter's shops. We just don't have enough logs. I think it's because we chopped the nearby trees, so now they're walking much further to get the further out trees. So it's hard to keep up. We're trying to replant the trees, but it's taking a while. Over here, all these mushrooms have come in, so medicine should be fine. Yeah, there we go. We solved the medicine problem. A little bit of surplus medicine as well, but not super surplus, so I think this production rate is good. Okay, plenty of mushrooms, good. So we sold 4 beer. Look at that. Some traders did show up. We bought some planks, selling some beer. Okay, we just need to produce more beer, but yeah, logs are a problem. If we buy the planks and the planks go to the carpenter's shops, then more logs should be able to go to other things. Okay, okay. Research better wood gathering. Yeah, but we don't have any lore. Like we need lore to do research, which we don't have. We have been getting fame, so that's useful. We can use that to try and get people to like us. Like on the map here. It's like, red iron, they buy bread. I don't think we need to make any of these people like us though. I think we're fine. We'll just keep stockpiling fame, that's fine. Minstrels Guild, so 2% unemployment, that's fine. Producing enough beer to sell is actually kind of tricky. I think it's coming through though. Finally. Let's keep an eye on trade routes. Yeah, currently we only have one trade route for beer. Okay, let's speed it up. Let's see if... So we sold 8. Okay, so I think the traders come and buy and sell 4 per year. 4 per trip, rather. We do still have some logs in that warehouse. I guess it's fine, right? We're buying some planks. Okay. There's just no furniture. Sawmills. Sawmills have no logs. Okay, I see some furniture coming back in. A lot of these nearby trees just grew up. What's the range of a woodcutter's lodge? It's pretty big. Just try get more wood. Okay, one more sales trip here and we should sell the beer we need. There we go. City Guard. Every city needs City Guard to protect it from monsters and invasions. This is something you should focus on as soon as you have enough free workers. Okay, good. Nice that speed was high. Message popped up. After the message, speed is normal. That's good. That's great accessibility there, actually. Can you stockpile and sell all later? I think there's a way to do it, but we're overproducing beer now, so it's fine. So, train 16 archers, train 8 axemen, sell 100 loads of beer in a year. 100 loads of beer in a year? How do we do that? Improve relations. 112. Not enough fame. Oh, we did it already. Okay, there we go. So we've improved relations with them. Okay, so we'll keep doing that. 100 in a year? Not 100 total. How do we even do that? So... that's 24, that's 16. Trade limit increased. Now willing to buy more beer from us. Well, I'll just keep selling as much as I can. Meanwhile, military. We want to get... oh, Fletcher's shops uses planks as well. Weaponsmith shops needs iron. So we need to import iron, I think. And leather. We don't have husbandry. So under trade, we need to start buying the things we need. So we're gonna need leather. We're gonna need feathers, I think. We're buying the planks. Okay. So if I go to military, I'm gonna build here. Fletcher's shops. Weaponsmith shops. Armorer's shop. Extend the road out like that. So we need leather. for armor. We need feathers and planks for bows and arrows. And we need planks and iron for iron axes. So we're going for axes, so let's not produce spears. And I assume we do not need chainmail. Right? Wait, no, we need chainmail for axemen. So we do need chainmail. Okay, so axemen are 1 unit costs an iron axe and chainmail. And it costs 40 per month. Archers cost bow and arrow and leather armor. Okay. So we're buying those things. I don't think we're buying iron yet, right? This auto. Okay, we don't. I guess we could. I think it's fine if it's auto. It's actually nice that it's auto. I don't have to think about it. So we're buying leather, feathers, planks. We don't have a source of iron yet, so we need to focus on that. Who sells iron? They buy iron. They have iron. So I can request. Can I request? Oh, we lose opinion for doing this. Minus 40. Oh, so this will be minus 40 if I request 16 iron. That's what we need fame for. Okay. We're afraid we can't spare 16 iron at the moment. Maybe if we had better diplomatic relations. Okay, I see how the fame is. So we didn't even get the iron and we lost relations. I suppose that's what they need. Logs. That's the one we need. So we could send them a gift of logs. Actually, we actually have a surplus of logs. Okay, so we'll send them logs and we'll ask for iron. Okay, so here we do need a barracks of axemen. The barracks. Thank you for the gift of logs. Welcome. Some archers. And then I also want to have a storage yard. Just allow iron. What else? Allow feathers. Allow leather. Those are the things we use, right? I guess planks. Right? Leather, iron. Yeah. Planks, feathers, planks, iron. Okay. So currently no demand for... So to get demand, I need to... Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Squads overview. Okay. I should probably read this message up here. You can buy iron, leather, and feathers from your neighbors. It's cheaper to buy iron ore and coal to make iron yourself in the smeltery. Oh, right. Also, you can make coal at a wood burner shop. Trade routes may expand. New trade routes may open over time. Improve relations with your neighbors using fame and gifts in order to stimulate them to open more trade routes. Okay. Understood. Okay. Now, I need to remember how to set up a squad of military. Well, I built these. They are in range, right? It says no demand. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Meanwhile, beer does look good. This was in the tutorial, by the way. It's just been a while. I think to sell more planks to us. Oh, that's good. Planks. You can buy those planks as well. Okay. Leather, feathers, feathers. I don't need to... Oh, all of these beer trade routes opened up. Let's do that. Let's sell all this beer. I see. So as we increase our relations with people... So they have iron and iron ore. So if we increase relations, they might just start selling more things to us. So if I improve relations again, up to 55. Okay, how's a log supply? Doing okay, I guess. We need 16 archers. So we actually need 2 of these. Out of the way. So I actually need to do that. Right. Okay. This is truly the most relaxing stream we've ever come across. You just love hanging out and the vibes. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I need to remember how to create military squads. Because we have some... So these have... Yeah, there's planks and feathers in there. There's leather in there. Right? There's no planks in there. But I guess planks won't go there until we have iron. Right. Have I already played Against the Storm? Not today, but I played it a long time ago in the demo. No squad. How? Wilkinson, thank you so much. Gifting out a sub.
I'm here, my lord.
I did something. Does it just do it on its own? Oh, is that the trader there? I just realized. Those are the traders. Why did the archers activate? Oh, I built the wrong building. That's why. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? I just built the wrong building. I built 2 axemen, 1 and no archers. I just built the wrong building. Okay. So I built the archers because there's no axemen coming in because we don't have iron. So I thought I built 1 axeman, 1 archers. And I was like, why aren't the archers going? Because they weren't archers, they were axemen. So now, if I look at the Fletchers, there should be demand and they should be producing things, right? So we now are training archers. Look, we have an archer. Okay, there we go. I was so confused. I was like, I'm sure I did this right. Just built the wrong building. Armor shop.
I'm here, my lord.
Okay, yeah, that all should be in range. Okay, so to improve relations, I should keep working on this one. I can send a gift of... Wait, do they still want logs? Yeah, they need logs. Let's send another gift of logs. +5? Oh, it doesn't... I can send them coins. 6,400? Oh, we can afford that. Yeah, let's do that. New trade route. Dunmeric, the thoughtful of Langsketh, would like to buy medicine. Okay. So, if I can spend money to improve people's relations... I don't know. Oh, I send a gift. So, I'll do this, send a gift. Let's just pay everyone off. It's not that expensive. It's just... Oh, that's request. I was like so confused. They'd hate us for giving them money. Let's do this. Send a gift. Coins. Now this will get everyone on our side. There we go. Just send them all money. Perhaps we'll pay you back. There are still some decent people left in our realm. We should arrange diplomatic relations. There we go. New trade route. They want to sell worst to us. Okay. These houses... Oh, they want clothes to evolve further. I don't think we... Yeah, I don't think we need to evolve houses anymore. So, that should make everyone like us. Yes. Good. So now, if I look at trade routes, things probably changed up a bit. We can... Yeah, we should probably buy more feathers. Does this equate to 100? 16, 16, 16, 16, 24. 6. I think that's 100. We're just not producing enough beer to do 100. That makes sense. Let's go brewery, 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 brewery. 4 more breweries. And then let's do farming. Post house. Let's put down 2 of those. Give them a whole bunch of hops. Right? They also need grain, so we should boost up. We should put like Growers Lodge, Growers Lodge. Don't know if we need scarecrows. I'll just toss a couple around. Give you guys grain. No, plenty of grain for you guys to farm. Okay. That should... Because we're selling 62 a year. Right? So, and I just basically doubled my beer industry. So that should be more than enough. Stock bows and arrows 2. Stock bows and arrows 2. Oh, we need... Right, we need leather armor to train more. What do we have in here? Planks. What do we have in here? Producing more bows and arrows. Okay. So we're continuing to produce bows and arrows. If I look at trade, we can buy more leather. That's not... So we're buying 24, 16, 16, 16. Okay. So we need more leather to continue producing that. Okay. So, does anyone sell iron ore? They need iron. Sell cheese, leather, feathers. They have iron ore. So, I think when it says they have, as in they might trade us that stuff if we had higher relations. No opinion bonus. These guys don't need anything. Can I continue to pay them money? No, doesn't work that way. So they have iron ore. They have iron ore. But we need to have higher relations for them to sell us the iron ore. Okay. Do the scarecrows have a function? Yeah, they keep crows from eating your crops. But I don't know if that's active on this particular mission. And I don't know if crows eat hops. So, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna need more water for this, right? Let's just throw down Couple wells there, I guess. Just to make sure there's enough water to go around.
I'm here, my lord.
So this... We should be importing leather, right? Yeah, we are producing leather. Okay. We're slowly gaining archers. Okay.
Orders.
Can we...
Orders. Yes, my lord.
We can control the military units. So I remember there's some treasure around here. There. That thing.
My lord.
So we have some soldiers. So we can go grab these treasures, I think. Right? It's like there's this thing. That's 255 fame. If I pull the sword from the stone, we get the fame. Okay, so there's some treasures around here. We can go grab
Yes.
this magic stuff. I think I planted too many mushrooms. But it's fine. That's a lot of mushrooms. So much medicine. So much medicine.
I'm here, my lord.
So, okay. Yeah, so this gives us magic, which should allow us to research spells, right? Create 12 trees and 8 mushrooms. Create 4 gold-bearing rocks. Doubles crops next year. Fully feeds all animals. Restores 12% of population in all houses in the radius of spell. Heals. Flame strike. Turn undead. Phantom warriors. Gold-bearing rocks. So like if I research that, I can actually research it to its maximum degree. And if I want to, well, there's more stuff to pick up, I'm pretty sure. There was like a treasure chest somewhere I saw earlier. There.
Yes, my lord.
That's like 9,000. Okay.
Yes, my lord.
You know, do that.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. So if I go to spells, I actually have a spell now. If I, for example... Can I just cast a spell there? Oh. And it costs 200 to cast a spell. So if I do this... Oh, right, it doesn't overlap. If I do this, then I can get a lot more trees nearby and boost my... Okay, okay. Spells. Spells. It's a thing.
I'm
There's
here,
a lot of
my
spells.
lord.
You pick up that money.
Orders.
There might be more. I'm pretty sure I saw more.
Yes, my lord.
That thing has a range, but I'll grab that sword in the stone. I assume that Wizard's Tower is not as abandoned as it made it out to be, right? Okay, so that gets us a lot of fame, which means I can then go to here and improve relations again. And improve relations again. And that gets us up to 100. Which surely is the max. And then we're gonna grab this sword in the stone. Trade limit increased. Buy more beer. Okay.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, so I'm not gonna get that. Send home.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Meanwhile, the other archers has been training up. Lots of bows and arrows, lots of bows and arrows. I think I can stop importing feathers. We can now buy iron ore. There we go. 16 iron ore. Or we could just buy the iron. You know what? I'm feeling a bit lazy. And I think we can actually just buy the iron. It's 400 each. It's okay. Buy it. 16. We only need 8, I think. Wait, no, we need 16. Because we need iron for chainmail. And we need iron for axes. Right? We need iron for chainmail and axes. Have I seen Clanfolk? I've seen the title. I know it exists. But I haven't played it or really looked into Clanfolk yet. We have 7 archers. Okay, so we're just gonna buy the iron.
I'm here.
And as we sell more beer, we should have enough stuff, right? We can sell beer there as well. Okay. So that should be definitely 100. Okay. We just need to produce that much beer. Okay, some iron's coming in. That's good. I think these hops are just completing for the first time. But right, grain takes a while to activate as well. I think we need a lot more grain. Let's go grow as large, grow as large, grow as large. And let's extend the road through the forest. Did I not leave any opening here? Okay, through there. Sure. That might be useful. I don't know. Let's just get more grain going. There. Just need so much grain. Yeah, we have logs, water, hops. We just can't produce beer because we don't have grain. And grain takes a long time to grow. I just didn't have a sense of how much grain we needed.
I'm here, my lord.
There's still alcohol in there, so okay. 9 archers. So are we now... Iron went somewhere. Here, we're producing axes. So they do automatically stop producing weapons if there's no demand. So as soon as there's enough axes... Oh, we don't have planks for the axes. We do have... No, there's plenty of planks. Yeah. We have planks. I look at this. Planks... Feathers... Oh no,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Your Majesty.
Oh, were they shooting at the thief?
Huh?
Orders.
Your Majesty.
That's a thief.
Yes, my lord.
That's the thief right there.
Yes, my lord.
Can we hunt the thief down and kill him? I was like, why did they spawn?
Yes, my lord. You'll never catch me.
Getting out of here, carrying coins.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Why do thieves move so fast? You can actually stop thieves. Oh, okay.
Yes, my lord.
Go home. Have I seen Farthest Frontier? Yes. I think I listed that last year. I'll be probably checking that out closer soon enough. Okay, so what are we short on? I think we can stop importing feathers. Stop importing feathers, save money on that. We're still importing all these planks. Do we continue importing leather? Do we need leather? Does chainmail need leather? I don't think so. Okay. We still have no axemen. We have an axe. If I look at the weaponsmith producing axes, iron planks. I don't know why the weaponsmith is not getting planks. There's planks right across the road. This might go faster if I build another. Then again, there's no iron, is there? Right, if I build this. Okay, there's iron in the armorer's shop.
I'm here, my lord.
Is this currently producing? If I check this armorer's shop, chainmail requires 2 leather, 2 iron. Oh, I see. So we need leather for chainmail as well. That makes sense. So currently, all the leather is going into leather armor because the archers are requesting it. And that means as soon as leather comes in, it produces leather armor. Right, until we get enough leather armor for the barracks. So the Fletcher's shop should actually now be no demand, correct? Okay. So we just need leather and iron to come in. Are we finally getting grain into the breweries? Yes. Okay. Beer per year dropped to 30. So the amount of beer we were exporting like halved. It's down to 22 now. But we should be getting a lot more in soon. Oh, source of water is a bit far. I think so. Let's just open up a couple spots there. Let's put a little bit of water there and there. Yeah, let's keep the water source a bit closer. Keep these breweries going. I see lots of puffs of smoke. That looks good. Yeah, I think grain was finally harvest, solving that problem. Good. So we're at 11. That's 12. So this is going to be 12. So we just need a few more archers. And then we can get the axemen going. Okay. I think we've got it all set up now. So we can speed up the game. Okay. Huh. See, once you build these sort of larger towns and stuff and start filling up the map, the city really starts to come together, doesn't it? Okay. That looks like quite a lot of iron, quite a lot of leather. No, that's feathers. No leather. Is it all feathers? Okay, we have 13 archers. That's 14 archers. So 15, 16. Yeah, the bows and arrows are already stocked up. Okay, that's going to be the 15th archer. And then once the archers are done, we can just focus on chainmail. Right? Because iron's in. I think we can stop importing planks. We actually have a lot of planks floating around right now. We don't have a stockpile of furniture. I think that's actually a risk. So I think I should go to Carpenter's Workshop, put down one more of those to boost up our furniture supply. Medicine looks good. Field of mushrooms looks good. Okay, we got all the archers we need. Amount of beer being sold is going up. I see lots of beer being shifted. We have trained our first axeman. Okay. We got it. We got it. We're going. We're going. Taxes being collected. Nice. As we get our soldiers in, we can reduce our imports. The auto marketplace actually works really nicely. Like it just knows how much needs to be sold. I think it triggers, like when a trader arrives, it's like, okay, we need those resources for that trader, and it grabs those resources, sells them, and it doesn't restock until the trader requires it again, which is quite nice. Is this leather? That is leather. We've used up a lot of our irons. Those iron... Alright, the weaponsmith also needs iron. This is where all the iron comes in. That's why they only require 8. 2 iron. So all the iron's going into the axes. So one thing that isn't smart is balancing of resources. It produced the 3 iron axes first and no armor. So now we gotta wait for the armor to come in. But I think we can turn off importing of leather. I assume we have enough. Because it's 2 leather. 2 leather. And we need 3 more. So we need 6 leather, which we have. There's 4 in there. So we have enough leather. We can stop importing leather. Just need more iron. Which we've already maxed to this year. We're up to 80 beer a year. Still some surplus. Lots of hops to go around. A little bit of surplus grain. But actually not a huge surplus of grain. We have 6 axemen. Which means, yeah, all iron should be going to the armorer now. For the chainmail. So that's a 7th. So we just need 1 more shipment of iron. And then we'll have the soldiers we want. Okay. Landers, thank you so much for the sub. It's very kind of you. The amount of beer per year. We have the axes. So let's go to trade route. Let's stop buying iron. Just a little surplus iron there. 88. Come on. We have a surplus of beer. Right? We are maxing all our beer. But we're not... Did our relations drop? Oh, our relations dropped. I see. Right, relations just kind of drop over time. I'm just going to give them money. Oh, I have... I'll just spend my fame giving them money. Okay, let's do that. Okay, good. Any trade routes opening up? New trade routes, cider, okay. Right, we lost some trade routes because relations deteriorate over time. Okay, 92, 84, at least it counts past 12 months. Sell beer there. That's another 16. Okay. Well, we have the beer. We have the beer. Just need someone to show up and buy 12? 8? Someone just buy 8 beer. $100 beer a year is insane. 96? Okay, one more beer trade before it ticks. 4 beer. There's 4 beer in there. Just need someone to buy it. Whichever trade route is requesting it. Ah, we did it. Okay. Good thing we've trained an army. Powerful wizard from a nearby tower threatens that if we don't pay him a tribute, he will destroy our city. Let us show him that Westerners can stand up for themselves. That sentence hits real different when you're an Asian from Asia. That sentence reads very differently. I'm gonna assume English is not the first language of the developer in this case. That's a very strange sentence to hear as someone from Asia. Okay, what am I doing? So this wizard, we need to go destroy this wizard, right? So let's deploy our soldiers. Okay. Can we select multiple units? Yes, we can. Let's march everything we got over to the wizard. Where is he? There.
Yes,
There.
my lord.
Okay. Okay, so our army's on the way. Destroy the Warlock's tower. Warlocks can be quite tough. Save game beforehand. That's fair. Save game. Return.
Orders.
Sir.
Orders.
Can I? Don't think there's
Yes,
hotkey groups.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, so that Warlock's tower has a range. Sort of like, let's go to those trees first. So archers move faster than axemen. That makes sense. Money's going back up because we're selling just this insane amount of beer. I assume the peddlers still have beer to distribute to the people. Get wrecked by the tutorial battle.
Yes.
This is technically not the tutorial battle. There is a proper tutorial which teaches you all of these mechanics.
Sir.
To battle.
Let's make sure axemen are on the front.
To battle. Orders.
And now let's go. Guess we just walk up to it and attack.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, there's the warlock. Stab the warlock. Kill it. Shoot it. Picked up the research spell thing. So we can actually research a spell. Phantom Warriors. And if I cast spell, Phantom Warriors. Can I? Yeah, Phantom Warriors. But the warlock keeps teleporting. Oh yeah? I got magic too! I dropped treasure. But the Phantom Warriors can't pick up treasure. Oh, all things are on attack move. I bet if I could just win this with just Phantom Warriors. Got it. We killed the warlock. Almost got it. Almost got it. I think the Phantom Warriors don't do all that much damage. It's okay, there they go. Now you all can stab it. Did I even take casualties? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I lost one axeman? No, still got 8.
Orders. Orders.
Yeah, 0 casualties. Victory. Good riddance. With the Warlock's tower gone, nothing threatens our city anymore. Okay. Alright, so that's the first 2 missions of Hearthlands. And... Let's press back. You know, honestly, the game is pretty good. Like, gameplay-wise, it's pretty good. Visually, could definitely be better. Not just in terms of graphical fidelity, design quality, and stuff like that, but like some buildings just look the same, you know? The purple buildings especially look very much the same. Then there's some really nice, unique-looking buildings like the Minstrel's Guild, and that looks really cool. But like those purple buildings, I can't tell them apart. Even like the town hall and the tax collector and the peddlers, they all look the same, right? That makes it very confusing. But gameplay-wise, the fact that it has this relation system on the world map. The trade feels a bit more dynamic based on how much people like you. There's the military aspect, where there's these different kinds of units. There's the spells, there's the tech tree, there's the spell tech tree. You know, it's got all of these cool mechanics. But visuals can be confusing. UI takes a lot of getting used to. It's, as far as I can tell, it's very a programmer UI, right? UI UX is actually a whole mastery of skills on its own, right? It's very difficult. Ideally, you could hire your own UI UX person to do that and design all of that. But it's an indie game, and, you know, resources are limited. But it's still getting updates. It got an update not too long ago. And the core gameplay, although feeling a little slow, with the amount of mechanics and the way things can work, it's got some nice things. And also, in terms of a walker-based city builder, having the smart walkers just know where to go does allow you to build your city however you want, right? You don't have to do blocks. That's sort of a very impression style thing because of roadblocks and stuff. But here, the intersections are solved. It's a solution I didn't really consider before. Nebuchadnezzar has their fixed paths. You know, there's the roadblocks in the impressions games. You know, residential gates sort of gave some control to that. This game, the walkers just know where to go, which I think it's the only walker-based city builder to take that approach, and it's interesting to see. So yeah, that's Hearthlands. Hope you found that an interesting look. People have been asking me to play this game for so long. I finally got around to it, okay? I checked it out. It's an impressions-inspired city builder. I think it's, like, one playthrough through the campaign could be pretty fun. You know? Nice mechanics. Could do with a graphics overhaul, but it's not terrible looking either. It looks fine, right? It looks okay. It just doesn't look as good as the old Impressions games, which, let's face it, those were AAA games with a massive studio and publisher behind them back in the day. You know? And Sierra spent money to the point they went bankrupt, so... Don't think we can really... I think it's an apples to oranges thing, you know? They're both fruits, but... there's a lot of differences in terms of context. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you so much for joining our look at Hearthlands. If you are watching on YouTube, click the buttons on the screen to see so much more content. But until then, thank you so much for joining. I'll see you there. Bye guys. Bye.